How's it going, everyone? And today is the 1-year anniversary of Paul Walker's passing. Of course, this time last year, everyone was in disbelief and heartbroken over the news that came out earlier that, early afternoon, late morning-ish, around that time. I remember, like it was yesterday, that day was just a whole, unknowing because, nothing was confirmed. It was announced and, a few hours later, it was confirmed. So, for that few hour period, everyone just contemplated, is it true? Is it a hoax? What is it? Unfortunately, it ended up being true. He did pass away in a car accident. And, it was a tough break. It was a tough loss for everyone, including myself, because I was a huge Paul Walker fan. I've always been a huge fan of his work, like in Varsity Blues or Into the Blue, Joyride, who can forget that one, 8 Below, even Bobby Z was a good movie. Of course, Fast and Furious series, who can forget that, or, good old Skip from Pleasantville. So, I was always a huge fan of his work, not just, his work, but him as a person. He was a phenomenal human being. All the charities, his, the whole, thing he had going about the World Reach Wide thing, that was just really cool of him to do. And, he was a special human being. Not only was he amazing talented, but, he's a special human being as well. So when the loss occurred, it was a huge hit for not only myself but a lot of people, including people I was close to him. I obviously didn't know him personally, but for the influence he had on me and just the inspiration he had, it definitely affected me big time. And it was a tough loss. I mean, the guy wanted to retire from acting or quit acting full time at least to be a full-time father. That just shows the kind of person he was. And, it's been 1 full year. It's hard to believe that. The man was extremely young. He was only 40 years old. And he was taken way too soon. Obviously God got an angel and a gift. But, it was a huge loss for us. And, there'll never be another one like him. So, yeah, with that being said, rest in peace, Paul. It's been a year since you've been, peacefully rested. And, it sucks. It's been it really sucks. But in this video, I'm not going to sit here and just complain and, try and be sad about the passing. I'm just going to look at it into a light. And in this video, I thought it'd be something interesting to talk about. I thought it'd be interesting for me to talk about my experience about visiting his accident site, his crash site that happened a year ago. So I thought it'd be appropriate to talk about, my experience a year to the date of his accident. So going back to the story about how it happened. Now, many of you know, or some of you may not know, back at the end of July, I flew down to Los Angeles. I took a trip to LA to go to a PWG show. I went to PWG's 11th anniversary show. I went down there with my friend Luke. We, hung out for the weekend. Went to the show, we had a blast. And, the next day, Sunday, we had nothing to do. So early that morning, we decided, actually we did have something to do. We actually went to Six Flags Magic Mountain that day. Not Magic Mountain, that's the one over here. Six Flags. It's Magic Mountain, yeah, it is Magic Mountain, because the one I go to is an hour and a half away from here, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, so that was Magic Mountain, I think. But before we went there, early in the morning, we decided, what, we're in the area, why not visit, Paul Walker's crash site, we're both huge fans, so we decided, why not go visit it? So we'd go visit it. We went there, and just, what I want to talk about is just, the feelings I had, the atmosphere. So when we got there, we were there for about 15-20 minutes, and there's a few other people there too that they were there for a few minutes and left. But I'll never forget, there was this one lady where she was trying to pull her roots out from the grass, or the grass by the tree. She was looking, she was searching the ground looking for remains. What is wrong with you, woman? This chick seemed like she was on something. She just the accident happened the day before, and she was trying to find remains or whatever. So that chick was pretty weird looking for things, and she was just, I don't know what she was doing. Eventually she left, and I remember being there just looking at it, just thinking wow, this is where it all went down. The area was such a peaceful, quiet, I don't want to say neighborhood, but road. Honestly, it's just a big long road, and it was so quiet. I remember staying there just looking around, taking it all in, thinking wow, this is just so peaceful, and this is a place where you can go there, and you can go on the sidewalk and sit there and just forget about things, and just just in the moment just sit there and not think about a thing because it's so peaceful. And it was an amazing place. You know, I mean, it wasn't like an amazing view, but like it was so quiet and peaceful. You would never think anything like that would ever occur. And like looking down the road, thinking like that's where the car came from and crashed into. It was like an amazing, like, whoa, like this is, it really sunk in, like, wow, you know, the events that occurred happened right where I'm standing. And where the tree was at, it was like there was like the tree, and then there's like dirt in front of it, then the curb where the road was at. And that entire curb, for I don't know how long, it was like, I don't even know how many feet I would say it was covered, but that entire sidewalk was covered in writing. I'll put pictures up. It was covered in writing from people, you know, paying tribute to him. And I thought that was just amazing, you know, like seeing how many people loved him and how many people appreciated his work. It was amazing seeing that. And I remember going up to the tree stomp. It's just a stomp now. They cut the tree down where he crashed into. I remember looking at it just like, this, you know, standing right where the tree is out, like this was where the car was on fire. This is where it all went down. And just looking at it was like, wow. There was a set of flowers there. I think there was an apple there too, and a candle. So, you know, some people were recently putting things there. I thought that was pretty cool. I remember just looking at it like, wow, like this is amazing. Like this is where, I mean, not amazing, but like, you know, my revelation, like this is like where it went down. Like, you know, whoa. And it was just like it's so terrible. Such a terrible thing happened in such a quiet, peaceful place. Like behind the building, it was like an office area building. Like there's just big office buildings, but the building that was where it happened in front of was actually a jump house place, this trampoline place. So like literally, it was like the park. Like you can park and then like walk, because it was like literally right in front of it where the parking lot was at as well. So seeing that was like, whoa, like it was just, it sucks, you know, and just the atmosphere, like I said, was peaceful and quiet, and it was just, it was, well, it was definitely something that it was strange to experience, but I'm glad I did, you know, I was glad I was able to say I went there and experienced it, or not experienced, but like, you know, saw, well, didn't see, but like, just, this is where it went down, like this was his final moments of life, this is where he was at, and yeah, and you know, later that night, you know, after we went to Six Flags, we decided, because there was a Walmart down the street, literally, like, it was a long road, where you just drove by to get to another place, and there was, like, down the road, one way, was a Walmart, so we went to the Walmart, and we bought a Sharpie, and we went there and we wrote messages on the sidewalk as well. So we wrote messages, and that was really cool to do as well. It was really cool to be a part of that. And one last thing before we left, I may or may have not should have taken this, as I meant to say. But I wanted, you know, a piece of it, and you know, it's kind of, I don't want to say memorabilia. I guess it is, because it's only memorized by. But I actually took a piece of the tree that he crashed into, the stomp left. I took a piece of it, and you know, it's something that I'll always have, and I'll, you know, be able to say that, you know, even though I don't know him, I never will meet him, I have somewhat part of him, even though it's a dark part of him, a dark thing that happened to him. At least I can say, you know, I have something to remember him forever by. And not only with that, you know, trip and journey, but I'll have this, you know, part of the tree to always remember him by. But yeah, that'll do this for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my little story. Sorry if I didn't seem the most enthusiastic. You know, this is kind of an emotional subject to touch on, so you know, it's kind of hard to be, you know, up and joy and happy and really excited to talk about it when it's kind of a dark thing to talk about. But for those of you that actually watched this video, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed the story. Wasn't much to the story, you know, it was just, you know, I didn't really do anything at the site besides just, you know, explore it and, you know, take it all in. But I hope from what, you know, in this video, I hope you guys enjoyed, you know, what I was able to say and speak about. And rest in peace, Paul. You know, it's been 1 year, and I hope you're resting in peace. And until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later.
I'm coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain